The situation regarding Canada's purchase of the F-35 has been a long and politically charged saga, but it has finally reached a concrete and active conclusion. Here's the latest news and key details on Canada's F-35 program, broken down for clarity. The bottom line: the deal is done and delivery is underway. Canada has officially selected the Lockheed Martin F-35A Lightning II as its new fighter jet. The procurement process is now in the delivery and implementation phase. Key latest developments, 2023 to 2024. First deliveries have arrived. The most significant recent news is that the first F-35s have been delivered to Canada. The initial aircraft arrived at Luke Air Force Base in Arizona in December 2023 and January 2024. Why Arizona? Canadian pilots and maintenance crews are already training at Luke Air Force Base, which hosts an international F-35 training squadron. The first jets delivered are being used for this training pipeline. Delivery schedule. Canada has a firm order of 88 F-35A aircraft. The delivery will be gradual. 4 more jets are expected to be delivered in 2024. The first F-35s are expected to arrive on Canadian soil at Four Wing Cold Lake, Alberta, in the summer of 2025. The initial operational capability, when a first squadron is declared ready for basic operations, is projected for 2027. The final aircraft is expected to be delivered by 2032. Economic benefits, industrial and technological benefits, ITB. As part of the $19 billion contract, Lockheed Martin and its engine supplier, Pratt & Whitney, are required to make investments in the Canadian economy equal to the value of the contract. Recent news highlights that Canadian companies are already winning contracts. For example, companies in Quebec, Ontario, and Manitoba are manufacturing components like the cockpit panel displays, engine parts, and landing gear components. This is an ongoing point of emphasis in government announcements, showcasing the project's domestic economic impact. Background: the long road to the F-35. To understand why this is such big news, it's helpful to know the history. 2002. Canada joined the U.S.-led Joint Strike Fighter, JSF, program as a partner, investing early in the F-35's development. 2010. The Conservative government, under Stephen Harper, announced the intent to buy 65 F-35s without a competition, arguing it was the only jet that met Canada's needs. 2015. The Liberal Party under Justin Trudeau campaigned on not buying the F-35, citing cost, and promised an open competition to find a more affordable alternative. The competition. A formal competition was finally launched, pitting the F-35 against the Saab Gripen E. 2022, after a lengthy and rigorous evaluation, the Canadian government announced that the F-35 had won the competition, declaring it the only aircraft that met all of Canada's requirements. Key details of the Canadian F-35 program. Total project cost. Estimated at CA $19 billion for the acquisition of 88 aircraft, infrastructure, and initial spares. Full life cycle cost. The total cost to operate the fleet for its entire service life until approximately 2060 is estimated at $70 billion. Role. The F-35 will replace Canada's aging CF-18 Hornets, which have been in service since the 1980s and have been extended beyond their intended lifespan. Bases. The primary operating bases will be Four-Wing Cold Lake, Alberta, and Three-Wing Bagotville, Quebec. Why the F-35? Key reasons for the selection. The government stated the F-35 was the only aircraft that met the mandatory requirements of the Future Fighter Capability Project. These include stealth, critical for surviving in modern, high-threat environments and ensuring the pilots can complete their missions, particularly for NORAD defense. Sensor fusion. The F-35's ability to gather information from multiple sensors and present a single, clear picture to the pilot is considered a game changer. Interoperability. Seamless operation with Canada's closest allies, especially the United States, NORAD, and other NATO members, UK, Netherlands, Denmark, and Norway, who are also operating the F-35. Long-term evolution. The jet's design allows for continuous software and hardware upgrades, ensuring it remains relevant for its 40-plus year service life. Summary. The long-running debate is over. Canada is now an official F-35 operator. The program is moving from the political and procurement phase into the active delivery and training phase. The focus now is on standing up the training pipeline, building the necessary infrastructure in Canada, and preparing for the fleet to become fully operational later this decade.